Alright, I've got another Sharp, and this video is actually a redo, because I tested it yesterday, and then discovered I didn't have the base plate on right. I didn't have some of the front notches into the little slots for them, so the base plate was loose, which would explain why I was getting such a poor suction reading when doing the nozzle suction test. But, this one's a little bit more deluxe than my green one that I posted here on YouTube, because this one's got a metal handle, it's got an electronic speed control, and then of course the brush roll's metal on them, but not quite as deluxe as a previous green model I had, which had everything this has, plus a little carpet and floor switch, which allowed you to shut the brush roll off. It was just, I forget exactly how it worked. I think it had two separate pulleys. So it had one that was attached to the main body of the brush roll, and then it had another one where the belt could just spin on that idly and not affect anything. But it's been a while, so I don't exactly remember. But anyways, this machine, when I first got it, was testing at about 118 CFM from the hose, and we have taken a power drop since I've serviced the motor. I'm thinking, that it has new bearings in it, because the bearings in there felt quite dry. And I'm guessing, they spun a little more freely, so it might just take some more time for the bearings to kind of break in, if you will, before we see it return to its kind of former power. And I should mention this, there's another YouTube channel, House of Vacuums, and he pointed out that in Sharps especially, you'll see the metal holders in the carbon brushes actually slide forward, and over time they actually can slide into the commutator on the motor, and they'll actually scar it and destroy your motor. So for those collectors out there who have Sharps, open it up, take a look at it. It's like, and you should take your carbon brushes off and push that metal holder back into the plastic housing. And once you have it as far back as it'll go, put some super glue around the perimeter of it just to ensure that it doesn't move back out. So that was a great tip from him, because this one was very close to touching that commutator. Very, very close to it, so I'm glad I checked that over. But we're not going to do the airflow and suction for all the speeds, because obviously it's just a slider, it's not multiple set levels. I'll take a wattage test on the low speed and the high speed, but we're just going to take the power test on high. So let's start this up on low. Switch to high. So we'll start off with the hose airflow and lean it on its side here so we can kind of get the hose compacted a little bit. But yeah, let's start it up. Now we'll take the hose suction. We do have a suction relief valve right in here somewhere, so we clearly won't see the full amount. Alright. we'll take the base airflow. Port out of my way. Seems we won't get any higher. Certainly a lot of air coming out yet, so we don't have a great seal. And now a little bit of pickup testing. Well, the agitation's a lot better. You know, I wish they would kind of bring back these designs like these old Twin Energies and Panasonics and such. They're a good solid machine, and you know, it wouldn't be that hard to modernize them a little bit with a lighter weight, you know, efficient single stage motor, and you know, make it a dual motor system for the brush roll on off. But you know, the one thing I don't really like about them is the wheels being on the back of the body, because I'm a fairly tall person, so that means I'm going to have the machine up at a higher angle, and as we can see, that doesn't allow for the greatest contact with the carpet, because it kind of holds it up, or it holds the front of it up a little bit, as to where when you have it more leaned back, it seems to make a better seal with the carpet, you know, where it normally kind of should be. But, you know, not everyone out there is my height, so it's not a big concern. But it's like, that's kind of the reason I prefer the simplicity style machines that had their back wheels on the nozzle of the machine. Although those often suffered from breakage of the nozzle. They would typically split right around here from them bearing the whole pressure of the machine. Unfortunate, but you know, each design had their flaws. So, yep, let's just look at this more deluxe version of the Twin Energy.